Great. Awesome. How are you doing?
I am amazing. I love starting my Mondays off with you, and it always sets the whole tone of my week in a very positive way. Gives me a lot of strategy. So today you're talking about a pretty interesting topic, the ITV, the ATV, and the LTV. So that's going to be Morse code for a lot of people. Break it down for us, Bimal.
Well, let me tell you, this is the most important Morse code for business. It's the foundation of any business that, they need to start with. If you're running a business, you need to know the customer value. So there are three most important values that every business, and I've seen many business when I ask them this question and they say, well, and these are businesses who've been there, maybe for quite some time and are struggling, and they say, well, I should have known this 20 years ago before I started. So the first one is ITV. ITV means initial transaction value. So when you're working with your target market, you want to know your initial transaction value. When the customer begins the journey with your business, with the relationship with you, what is the first transaction value that you want to have happen? Very simple, but many businesses, well, it could be anything. No, you want to figure it out. How do you go from point A to point B to point and take them on an entire journey? The second one is the ATV, or the annual transaction value. What is the annual value of a customer? Like how much money you expect to make in 1 year with a customer. So that's the second value. And the third is the lifetime value. How long the customer is going to stay with you. Do you have an expectation of lifetime? 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, 7 years? And over those 7 years, how much money do you expect to make from your customers on an average? So once you know these three, you can make so many decisions about who to hire, how much to spend on marketing, how big your business should be, how much space you need, how much inventory you need. Every little aspect of your business, you can use these three numbers as a foundation to make decisions. It's so important, so critical. Without this, it's like, why you shouldn't get started. You should try to figure this out first. And if they scan the QR code, I have tools, resources, and things like that. They can build the ATV and the value of the customers. So this is the nuts and bolts, like the basic big picture of these three numbers. Doesn't that make sense to you? Like you should know these numbers at the top of your head.
Well, it does make a lot of sense. One of the questions, I do think about this a lot. The problem is that, a lot of customers don't want to commit for a very long time. They feel locked in. But I always say, I'm not going to lock you in. If you're enjoying my service, then you're going to be a customer for a long time. What is the way to secure your investment in the client? Should we be charging setup fees? Should we be requiring long-term commitments via contract? What's your opinion as a business expert?
So the first thing is, instead of the commitment comes when there is value associated with it. So sell the journey, not the destination. So what you just gave me right now was a destination. Should I charge a setup fee? Should I get them committed? That is kind of a destination. But if you had a journey, let's say you tell your customers, stage one, this is what happens. Stage two, this is what happens. Stage three, this is what happens. Stage four, this is what happens. And this is what you get. This is the result. Would you like to move to stage? We're past stage one. Would you like to move to stage two? We're past stage two. Would you like to move to stage three? Now you can get. Now
I
you
like
can.
that.
Yeah.
I
Now
like
you can get which customers are going to commit to stage one, which are going to commit to stage two, which are going to commit to stage three. And you can look at your business and see how many are committing to each one of the stages. And you can assess these three values.
That makes a lot of sense. So when you sell the journey in terms of stages of evolution, for them to grow further, for them to achieve more, then they're going to be more attracted to a longer journey.
Exactly. Now, this is what many business I say. Well, we have a 1 year contract. You have to sign. And the customer is like, well, I'm not ready to do. I don't even know what I'm going to get. So why should I commit to a 1 year contract, or why should I commit to, especially in marketing, right? Many marketing people want to say, okay, 2,500 a month, 3,000 a month, 5,000 a month. Um, so whatever the scenario may be, uh, it's very essential to say, okay, this is what happens in stages. This is what happens, and this is the reason. So sell the results, sell the value, sell the journey, not the destination.
I love that, Bimal. That is so powerful. So obviously you have to plug in the values of the ITV. Can you break down how to calculate the ITV a little bit more?
Sure. So the initial transaction value could be as simple as my first initial transaction with the customer is them buying my book. Okay. It could be like, okay, so that's free or $7 or $20. Okay. The second ATV is, okay, they're gonna buy this, the service, that product, which could amount to $3,000, $5,000. Sorry about that. My doodle here is getting anxious. Um, and then the third one is lifetime value, how much journey, what they do over a period of time. So like, what are all the services, 1 year contract. So initial transaction value could be them beginning a journey with your service, and you offer 1 month of service, and that could be X amount of dollars. Okay. So whatever that is, 500, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, whatever that number is for your business.
Okay, so what is there a strategy to increase these numbers from the
So
initial?
what you want to, so this is where many businesses, fall, and they come into a problem and a bottleneck where they try to increase their ITV and their LTV goes down.
Oh, I'm sure that's a big problem because they they ask for too much on the front end and they lose them on the back end.
Exactly. So instead, try to make your ITV so simple and easy that they don't even have to think about beginning the journey with you. And then walk them through the stages where the LTV could be 10 to 100 times bigger than what you expected, on the ITV. So even if it's becoming, let's say, we'll do a free consultation, we'll do a free workshop, we'll give you this free result for you to walk away. Like, for example, yesterday, I was talking to a business and she was very good in accounting and streamlining the finances. And she said, I wanted to charge $500, but many businesses, they don't want to pay me upfront. So what's the easiest way you can put $500 in their pocket? That would be very easy for you to ask that, right? So you do a strategy session, a blueprint, and so you're going to give you 3 strategies that will put this much money in their pocket, and it will allow you to sign a contract. And she wanted to start a business and make 6 figures in the first year. So I said, okay, now with this, all you need is your 2-week cleanup. So I have her start a new business with just that motto and sell that one product that sells everything.
That's interesting. That I think there's a lot of truth to that, because when you put money into your customer's pocket, then they don't mind using that money on you because it becomes found money.
Right. So one of the things I'm doing right now is, with PPP and all of those resources, I can say, let me get you funding first from the SB and the government relief, and then we can use that. Similarly with grants, let me get the grants approved and we can use those grants to work together.
That's your favorite strategy. That's your favorite. That's the Bimal strategy, because you get them the grant. They have money for Bimal. They have money for the business. They have money to grow. They have money to evolve. I think that probably is the most genius strategy.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to solve an interesting problem most others don't want to solve. So that's how I started about that, building that whole business model around it.
And just so everybody out there watching knows, if you ask a question, you can win a copy of Bimal's book. We had 2 winners last week, and Bimal is the host of the Laws of Business Breakthroughs. You can also scan the QR code for all of his links. You can go to his Grants Now page, which is a strategy that helps your business get money today. Well, that's this has been a topic that's been very new to me. I've never actually had consciousness of the ITV, the ATV, and the LTV. How is process critical to building these numbers?
Because so where is very important that when you build processes in the company, you can improve your value. So when you want to improve your value, see how you're going on in the process, every stage of the process. I do a workshop, innovation in processes, where I walk through businesses and helping them innovate their processes and systems right on the spot in a couple of hours. And through this, they're able to improve and increase that. Okay, if I want to increase my initial transaction value, if I want to increase my annual transaction value with my customer, what do I need to do in each stage of the process? And that's so important. You can also make decisions on who to hire. Like that's one of the most important decisions businesses can make. So making decisions on who to hire is so critical. And this can be based upon, okay, what's my average ITV, ATV, LTV? If I hire this individual, I have money to pay because I have this many customers with this much ATV, this much LTV, this much ITV, then I can fill in these many additional positions. I would have this much cash flow coming in. Or if I target these many prospects with these numbers, I can make so many decisions on how to direct my time, my activities, my strategies, my resources. It answers so many questions. It's like the domino effect, once you know these numbers.
Without a doubt. And when is your next seminar that you're hosting? How does
So
that work?
I'm doing one on Friday. It's the biggest 90-day leap workshop. And then if they go scan the QR code, my events page, there's so many of them. I'm doing one on Wednesday as well. That's on the hiring process as well. So there's many different topics. If they go to the events page, they can scan the QR code and they can find all kinds of events in many different topics that they would like to grow their business and take it to the next level.
That's incredible. So everybody out there watching, you can scan the QR code, or you can just type in Linktree hashtag the 1 year breakthrough. You'll also get all of Bimal's links, and you can be a part of his 90-day breakthrough seminar where you can learn process, procedure, and how to improve the ITV, the ATV, and the LTV. So what's your number one law of business breakthrough that comes out of today's conversation?
Get the tea ready, meaning that have events. It's morning, right? I drink morning tea. So what I say, keep the kettle boiled. Don't wait for customers to come to you. Get it ready and attract the customers to an event. So create events, create platform, create systems, and make them join. Hey, this is already happening. I am on every Monday. I'm doing this. You're welcome to join me. Together on every benefit. I'm doing this. So make it happen and then let people join in.
I'm a very big believer in that. You have to make it happen. You have to make it a regular practice and a regular habit. And then people will be attracted because they believe in the consistency of what you've created. So there's a lot of necessary trust there, just like Bimal has spoken about. And that's a great piece of advice, Bimal. You are always educating us. I want to thank you for being a leader in our community, for teaching us business every single Monday at 9 a.m. on the laws of business breakthroughs. We will be back on Monday again. Bring your questions. And I'm telling you guys, this is worth $10,000, this 15 minutes. Bring your brains, bring your questions, and let's have some more business breakthroughs next Monday at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and I just got the word that they are interviewing me on NBC for the PPP, the local NBC TV.
That's incredible! Congratulations tonight.
Right now, within 30 hours.
Oh my God, that's fantastic, Bimal. Amazing. Well, we'll be watching. Everybody tune in. Watch Bimal on the local NBC talking about PPP. And remember, Bimal is also an expert in getting PPP and getting grants and getting you free money. Bimal, good luck with your interview on NBC. And thank you for being a part of the Laws of Business Breakthroughs. We'll see
Thank you.
next
Thank you,
week.
Blanca.